Platchums!
Okay. I should really like think about these things before you start. Okay, so
In your own time.
it's not always easy starting something off, and when we get into the big numbers of trophy hunting, it can be a little bit intimidating. Getting your first plat or diving in. Maybe you've just got a brand new Spider-Man plat, and you think maybe I'll try some other games, or maybe that God of War doesn't look too bad. So in this video, we are going to have a quick chat about some tips and tricks to maybe start off trophy hunting if you're thinking about starting, or maybe thinking about going a little bit more serious, perhaps. So Nathan, what do you think?
Yeah, so there's probably a few people that have been drawn to trophy hunting given the past year and the amount of free time a lot of people suddenly had. So, as two old fanguards of the trophy realm, I feel like, between us we have, 300 plats? Sure, we'll just say 300. We don't need to put a number on it, okay? We have a lot of plats and a lot of experience, so...
We're closer to 400, not that we're bragging or anything.
Oh! Well, we are, sure, you're 224.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you listen to this, man? Probably more.
227, actually, I'll have you know.
Look, you see,
227.
don't you want to be this guy where it's like you get them so fast?
I had a few in my back pocket.
You just get them
Since Persona. I was waiting on I had a few just waiting. But yeah, no, it's fair to say we definitely have played our fair few games. But
20 years experience. So it's kind of like if you're a young Padawan, here are the certified Platchums words of wisdom. A Plat cookie bit of information, if you will. So I would say my very first tip is be cautious of online trophies, because essentially that is what got me from, or is preventing me from ever getting 100% completion because of FIFA fucking 10. So it's been at 85% for 10 years, and it's going to stay like that till the day I die, and probably longer than that, because there's no way to get the trophies. So if you're starting a game that is quite multiplayer focused, keep an eye on online trophies if you know that you're going to want to get the plat, because that's what will kind of creep up on you, because normally they're time limited, as in server closures. You might need to organize, groups for boosting if the servers are pretty dead. And also, it tends to be a bit of a time commitment. So if you enjoy the game, great. Yeah. But these are all the things that a trophy hunter might need to consider before they take the plunge. So caution, online trophies. Prepare for the worst.
Yeah, and to be honest, it's not even just games that have a multiplayer focus. It's not as prevalent now, but there was a few years there where every single game had multiplayer trophies. You just shoehorned in, Dead Space, Mass Effect 3, Shadow of
Mordor. Although I believe they recently patched that, so fair play.
They did.
Fair play to them.
They did.
Little Big Planet was always one that caught me off guard, in terms of you need to get the likes and stuff. And So
it's a great tip, though. Definitely if you're interested in a game and you are interested in the platinum, just have a quick look. Usually it's at the top of a trophy guide as well, multiplayer trophies or online trophies.
Take the minute or two to check it if you're serious about trophy hunting, and it can save you 400 hours of misery to take those 5 minutes. So, pro tip, Dan, number 2.
Yeah, I suppose just following on from that, if you do get online games or trophies that are online focus heavy, you might dabble in boosting, trying to help other people, working towards cooperatively to the trophy goal. I know that I've definitely done it in the past for some games.
Yes, and Webster's dictionary defines boosting as
being
a group of trophy hunters working together to play a game in an artificial way with the goal of obtaining trophies.
Wow, that
was
that actually does sound like
shockingly good.
that was shockingly good. Yes, yeah. Well, I think there's definitely different levels of boosting. You've got the kind of boosters where you sit in the corner of a multiplayer map and you shoot each other. But then you've got maybe a boosting session where it's like
Take it in
a server full of
turns.
people.
Yeah, like
taking
Alfredising
turns.
Petrovic GTA 4. It's like you just stay there, and just let
Yeah.
them win the race. Then like the other person wins it, or like the
Yeah.
classic is just you kill each other over and over again. That's the basis of a lot of them.
That's the kind of boosting that I'd be talking about here, rather than the kind of boosting that would affect anyone else. Don't do any of that, and obviously don't cheat, because that's a different kettle of fish. But if you do dabble in the boosting, remember to be kind, to be fair, and if someone gets you the trophy, well, you get that person the trophy.
In short, don't be a booster dick, right? Don't be a booster dick.
Yeah.
I have fortunately never encountered one, but a lot of people I play with have told me stories of such booster dicks that as soon as they got the trophy, they just packed up their bags, they left, and then they blocked them on the PSN because they got what they came for. It is equivalent.
Wow.
I think it is the exact same as abandoning your comrades in the trenches.
Yeah.
Just
it's really like it's like a hit and run.
just don't be a booster dick.
Yeah.
Like
No, don't. It's a big deal getting a boosting group together or getting people to help you out, and it's a reciprocal thing. It's a symbiotic relationship.
scratch my
And-
Plat, I'll scratch yours. Gotta be a better way to say that. You know what I mean.
That's the best.
You know what I mean. No, I think that's
yeah, so
sage
that's-
advice. That's more like a social
Yeah.
tip. In the trophy.
Social
hunting,
tip.
A
Yeah,
social faux
yeah.
pas, like. But I would say another one would be embrace the sales. If you're kind of hunting just purely from the trophy standpoint, if that's the direction you want to go for it. Or even if you're just more of a classic gamer that just enjoys getting trophies in very specific games or just games that they love, then just use the sales, because Sony have been killing it with sales, to be fair, the past couple of years, and you can pick up a lot of, big AAA games a couple of months after their release for like half the price, or even just these, kind of bleeds into another point, but it can expand your gaming horizons and also your trophy possibilities with the indie games, because there's so many fantastic small budget AA or just pure independent studio games that are on the store these days that you're almost spoiled for choice. And unlike the PS3 era, most of these indie games have platinums. Like back in my day on the PS3, they normally had 12 trophies, the 13 trophies, no platinum. So you're getting the trophy boost, you're expanding your horizons in the gaming realm, and you're becoming a more rounded, cultured gamer. But you're also picking up a shitload of easy trophies, so it's a win-win. Win-win.
Yeah. Shameless plug of our one of our first videos of the 10 easy but worth playing games. There's the indie market is something that I really embraced kind of last year. It helped me get my 64 platinums
in a year.
Which was and all of those were decent games. Like I don't think I played a bad game in that entire collection. So yeah, I completely agree. I know that you're kind of getting going that way as well, picking up some of those really nice indie games.
Like I'm looking forward to just trying something kind of new. Like I think I was more in touch with the indie market on the PS3, but I feel like it was a much smaller kind of market than it is now. I feel like it really opened up this generation. So I'm looking forward to kind of catching up on like the smaller titles I kind of missed over the past couple of years.
Yeah, absolutely. There's such a wealth of games out there, and maybe the biggest benefit that I see to the indie market, aside from obviously the abundance of trophies, is indie games aren't afraid of saying something different. So you'll often get really interesting topics and
Yeah, like thematically, they
crazy ideas.
Yeah, they're a lot more creative, and like I just recorded a Let's Play for Concrete Genie,
Yeah.
and I don't know if it's going to be out before this or after this, but that is just a quintessential example of what indie games can bring to the market, and that is a slew of just crazy unique mechanics just spliced together. Some of them work, some of them don't, but the fact that they're just there, and it's like such a compact experience but every 30 minutes to an hour a new feature comes in, and then it never overstays or overstretches those kind of new mechanics because they're normally so small. So I love indie games for that. Just that they're just open to new ideas, and they need to be in order to stand out against the big boys.
That's it. Yeah, absolutely. Next tip, I probably just say, look, take a break. Sometimes you just need to stop grinding, stop playing a game that you're just not enjoying anymore. I've been completely guilty of this myself.
This is like my kind of go-to tip. I hold this one particularly close to my chest. Yeah.
Especially, I think your trophy list, is a lot more evident of that than my own, because there's been games that I have just stopped at. I get to 70-80% and I've said that's enough for me.
You just kind of fall in the chair.
Yeah. But I suppose the situation I'm thinking of is, am I going to put in another 100 hours for 2 trophies, or am I going to potentially play another 3 games? And it's a balance there, because sometimes you do want to put that grind in, you want to put that effort, because the outcome is going to be worth it for you. You're going to feel, a sense of pride and accomplishment, as that EA guy said. But there's obviously that balance, because sometimes it is worth it, sometimes it's just completely not. I know, for example, at the minute I'm playing Worms, and that was free on PSN.
And you will be playing that
Christmas
for quite some time.
I thought that I'd power through, but I've been finding it tough. So I haven't loaded it up for the last 2 or 3 weeks. I know you have Tony Hawk that you're kind of it's slowly chipping away at.
But that's the thing, it's kind of like Michelangelo himself said that this lump of marble will not turn into a Plat in a week. I need to keep grinding away, or something like that. Something like that.
True.
But for me, this is like the biggest piece of advice, because by nature of trophies, they can be slightly addictive or kind of start to define the experience. And I think as I've gotten older, I kind of learned that I just enjoy them more when I'm actually just enjoying the game, and the trophies I kind of forget that I'm going for the trophies. So say like Far Cry 2, that took me 5 years of boosting. It was like every other Tuesday just for 1 hour, but I got there in the end. And I met some great people.
You did it, man.
I did it, man.
Yeah.
So, and like Red Dead 2, I kind of focused on like the animals, and that took like a month or so. And then I didn't play for 6 months. I just played something else. So don't be afraid to kind of jump in, jump out, come back to a trophy. Especially if it's a single player game. I mean, you've got all the time in the world to just chip away at it, and you might kind of just enjoy it more. So just, we'll all get the trophies eventually. But at the same token, if you are the type just to tear through it, just go for it, because ultimately our last point is just play the games you want to play and have fun. I think me and Dan can agree on that final point. Who are we?
I think that's the most important.
Who are
point,
we to tell you, even though we've got amazing advice, but still, who are we to tell you what to do with your time, how to spend your money, or how to unlock your trophies? Ultimately, if you're having a good time, go for it. Go for it. Play My Name is Mayo 2 in 16 different regions. Go for it.
Yeah. And I think the common response or feedback for My Name is Mayo 1 and 2 is that it is actually worth €1. You know what I mean? I don't think anyone...
Yeah, that price seems about right.
It's a bit funny and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, it's such an important thing because look, what's the point in playing a game that you're not enjoying? Now, at the same time, you might enjoy the thrill of getting the trophies, and then that's equally as valid, absolutely. But I would, I think the last point and this point are nearly the same in a lot of ways, because sometimes you don't want, you might not be enjoying getting a trophy. You just have to make that decision for yourself. Are you going to feel better forgetting about that trophy, or is it going to be like niggling at you for a long time? That definitely happens to me.
This is turning into Dr. Phil Platts.
Yeah. Yeah, but we'll wrap it up and just say, look, play the games you want to play. If you think Ghost of Tsushima is the best game last year, even though you're wrong, that's fine.
Oh, y'all calm down here, We don't need to be going
we have to
homeless
cut
off
that
the deep end.
I had to squeeze that in somewhere.
Here's advice, and also yeah, so
The Last of Us 2.
So if anyone has any other tips for would-be trophy hunters or beginners, leave them down below. Thanks for watching, and
thank you,
Dan. I'm gonna touch the edge of my electrified box. This is what it's come to. Platchums.